Hey y'all, it's Casey Amaya, and today's video is sponsored by ASTERIA Hair. So they were kind enough to send me over this 24-inch curly wig, which I'll talk more about in a second. But honestly, purchasing a wig from them is a whole experience because in the box they give you a bunch of goodies. So we have a bonnet, HD wig caps, which are the best in my opinion, a edge band to melt your lace with. They also give an edge brush, which I use to help with my install, so that was very useful, a scrunchie, and then of course they have to provide the wig bag to store it in as well. And their packaging is just cohesive, the colors match, the designs are beautiful. But this wig is very thick, being that it's 250 density. The curl pattern is beautiful. The lace is very thin. It is a HD lace, and it came pre-plucked, pre-bleached. I installed this wig straight out of the package, y'all. It was amazing. The curl pattern, it's just a beautiful wig, and it's true 13x4 lace as well. So for the install, I did use the wig caps they provided, and these are really good because they're very thin, and that makes the bald cap very seamless. So of course you want to cut out your ear tabs, which I always struggle with this part because of my earrings, but cut those out on both sides. And then you want to get to your gluing. So I use wig glue instead of got2b spray because I feel like it lasts longer for me and holds better. So I just put a thin layer of glue all around my wig cap. And then you want to let it dry clear just like this, and then I put the makeup on before I cut the wig cap because I just feel like it prevents a lot of makeup from getting on my actual forehead. So I just do that. I use Ruby Kisses, the cream foundations in shade 14, and I just put that all over where my lace is going to be showing. Then I get to cutting it very precisely and slowly, and then I cut the wig cap like that so I could tie it in the back so it provides a little more security. So then after, I'm just getting my wig and showing you guys that it is pre-plucked. I didn't do any plucking to this wig at all. I didn't bleach it or anything. It's very thick. So I take the same makeup and I put it on the lace as well so that everything blends together. And just putting this wig on my head, not even glued down, I already knew it was gonna eat down because it's so full and the lace already looked like it's melting into my skin without any extra work. And especially, I'm showing you guys the thickness of this wig because it is a true 250 density wig. So I had to pin it up so that I can start my gluing process and cutting out my ear tabs. And I was struggling because it is a very thick wig. So you can see me finally get it. And then this is where I'm starting to like measure out my ear tabs so I know which part I have to cut. So I ended up using this part of the edge brush they provided, and I did very thin layers. I used Bold Hold Active, and I did about 3 layers, waited till it dried clear for the most part, and then started placing my wig and using the comb to like really push it in to the glue, make sure the lace is very much stuck on my head. Then I took the wig band that they provided and I did band for an hour. No, I did more like 30 minutes, not a whole hour, but this was the first melt. I did 2 more after this. So for the second melt, I took my got2b and I tried to use this comb to like put it on a little more precisely, but I gave up on that after a while. Then I ended up just spraying it directly on the lace, and then this was my second melt. I made sure that it was dried down before I put back on the wig band. So this is me just showing you guys how it looks after I put the got2b on. So after the second melt, that's when I cut my lace. So I use an eyebrow razor so that I'm not cutting straight lines, so it kind of mimics a hairline with the razor. So I just cut as close to the hairline as possible. Then I use this Eben lace melt, and my spray doesn't work, so I had to use the Getaway to put it on, but it still works effectively. So I just put that on the lace, and this is the third and final melt that I do. and this one's the most important in my opinion. And this is the result. It very much is giving scalp, but there was kind of a little bit of a cast, so I ended up taking some more makeup and just taking a smaller brush to just do a little light makeup on the remaining lace. And then it was time for me to part out my edges, so I do 2 side edges and then 2 edges on the top. And I like my edges dramatic and a little bit on the thicker side, so that's exactly what I'm going for. And then I cut my edges in a diagonal way, so I don't cut them like straight across because it allows it to swoop better. So I take a smaller flat iron and just curl my edges inward. And don't look at the flat iron, I got it from Amazon for like $10 like 3 years ago, so don't mind that. But I just flat iron my edges when I'm doing them because it makes it swoop easier. And then I use mousse and holding spray mixed together. But before that, I like to pluck my edges just a little bit so they're not too thick. And then I just get to swooping, and I really have to concentrate for this part because I don't play about my edges. And my glasses had to come on because I need to see like what I'm doing, so I'm just swooping. And once I get them how I want, I just tie them down for like about 5 minutes just so they're set. But in the meantime, I'm just taking my hot combing the perimeter, and then making sure my part is flat and my part is fixed as well. Then it's time to reveal the edges. So this is how they look. They look very nice like this, so if you want to keep it like this, you can. However, I like tried to do the fluffy look, so I just combed it out with the comb side of the edge brush just a little bit, and that ended me up with a fluffy look. And this is how the hair is looking, very cute like this, but I did want to see how it looked wet. So I ended up taking my spray bottle and wetting my hair, and because the hair is so thick, you do need to add a lot of water to make sure your hair is fully saturated. So I put my towel over myself because I didn't want to mess up my shirt. And then I got a Demon brush to brush through the curls thoroughly, and then when I felt like it was brushed out nicely, I took my mousse and applied it on my hair and just combed it through with my fingers. And then this is the final look of how my hair turned out. I really loved this wig. It was very easy to work with, and I had to do minimal work to this wig, so it made the install process very smooth and go by quickly. Thank you Asteria Hair for sponsoring today's video, and the links will be in my description box if you guys would like to purchase this wig.